guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're just chatting about the current inflation and cost of living crisis. I've just recently been to the shops again. As you do, I do my weekly run around the shops just to make sure they check out the prices. And of course, surprise, there is tons of products gone up in price again. And this is, again, I mentioned this before, this is a common occurrence on a weekly basis, and it's no longer funny and it's no longer entertaining. It's absolutely sickening. Every time I go in there and I go through and obviously look at the specific products that I used to buy or still buy, and my heart sinks every time I see, because I just know every time I'm going to look at it, it's going to be up by like 10 or 20 pence. I think it's just absolutely disgusting. At the moment, currently, we know the inflation has hit 17%, but we know the inflation is just a made up figure. We all for fact know that the price has gone up by far more than 17%. Some products gone up by 50. We all know this, guys. If you shop, you do in your weekly shops, you know this 100%. The scary part is currently there's a 20% of people in UK experiencing a food insecurity. 20%, and this is probably the percentage that people have done some sort of a survey, but I bet you bottom dollar there is more than 20% of people, and this is scary. This is almost a quarter of the population, and this is just the UK. We're not talking about obviously other countries, because this kind of thing is happening pretty much everywhere. But just imagine, quarter of the population, that's 1 in 4 people skipping meals or don't know whether they can actually afford to eat or feed their children, or have to make choices between heating their homes or basically buying food. This is absolutely ridiculous, and it's really, really sad as well. And I did the video before as well, thinking, like, where does it stop? Like, where does it stop? It's been going wrong. It's been going round for, and the price has been going up for the past like 6 months, like heavily. And where does this end? I worked out, right? I normally do a prepper shop, and then I do like obviously the weekly shop for the bits and bobs. And I've actually stopped buying certain things, because certain things I became outside of affordability, things for prepping. It's like the olive oil. I no longer buy olive oil because olive oil has now gone up in price. And I did say if it was to go up again, which it was only gone up in price like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would not be buying it, because it becomes no longer affordable to buy as a prep. So I have to look for the alternatives, and that would be sort of vegetable oil or something else. But even though vegetable oil, I remember it used to be like 60p a litre, it's now £2. This is absolutely ridiculous. And the scary part as well, the cheap items as well, apart from rice and tuna, and pasta still okay at the moment, everything else that is non-preppy items, like tin jars of meat or pasta sauces, it's all going up. So even the cheapest, like Asda one, are going up in price. So the people that are the most vulnerable already, whoever sort of trying to save money or have, you know what I'm saying. Basically, people that don't have genuinely money or have a really small budget that buy this kind of stuff, they're the ones that are going to be affected even more. So when I did my calculations, as I said, I've done the 2 preps. I do 2 preps, 2 shops. I do my normal shop and I do the prep shop. And well, first of all, let me tell you that my prep shops, I don't do my prep shops every week now. I'm basically skipping them and do them maybe every other week or every 3 weeks, because again, prices are, every time I do this, it's up by a few quid. So when I worked out if I were to continue to do my prepper shop, the same, say on the 2 weekly basis, next year, if the prices continue to go up the same way they're doing now, it's going to be costing me double the amount. So basically my weekly prep shop, if I spend 50 quid, is going to cost me £100. And this becomes ridiculous. This is just a prep shop. So again, that will be applicable to my normal weekly shop, which will also be going up. However, the meat prices are going up higher through the roof. So the normal weekly shop will be affected far more than my prepper shop. Because let's be fair, I've been buying stuff and prepping stuff for years. So technically I have a good safety net of food. Again, the prepper food, the dry food, stuff like that. However, with the fresh food, I don't. I can do without my preppers for a week, for months, for whatever. I can stop prepping altogether and I'll probably be okay for 6 months. But with the fresh stuff, I can't. We can skip meals, but it brings it to the whole thing of affordability. Because then if my weekly shop then goes up by double, and that will happen for everybody, what do people end up doing? This is the scary part. Then again, for people that assume that government is going to be there helping you, they're not good, because government doesn't give a shit. The people who on, I think it was the income support, they asked for £20 increase a month. They wouldn't give them that. And yet they're happy to spend that money elsewhere, fueling something else. So that's a clear example to tell you that the government doesn't give a shit. And nobody's going to care or take care of yourself or your family unless you do it yourself. And it's very, very hard, guys. I totally understand, because we all do our jobs. We have a job, you earn what you earn, or you get your benefits, whatever it is that you get. The incomes are fixed pretty much. So it's very little we can do to try to basically come out from the situation and actually get through the situation to come out on the other side. So the only thing is, like, what I'm heavily planning to do is to plant your own fruits and vegetables. And I appreciate, guys, again, not everybody got the space or the garden, but even if you have a little bit of the windowsill, like, just plant a little bit of salad, a little bit of lettuce, because those kind of things, again, increase in the price a lot and they don't really last that long. But this is just tells you, summarizes the whole thing that you guys already know, that our economy it's such a terrible state right now, and the government just doesn't give a crap, and they much rather just care about other things that don't really matter, rather than actually care about people that live here. And this is really, really sad, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure it happens in some other countries as well, where government might not take such a great care of the people. But I think the UK is probably right on the top list there of the people that just don't give a crap about their own people. It's really, really sad. So anyway, the rant is over, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.